What is going on, everybody? Depraved / here. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And you picked a good one.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
We absolutely loved the last track by Kassius that we did.
It was great. Every pun intended.
Every pun intended. And Joell Ortiz is a beast. Now, I am not familiar with DramaB2R, but I assume that anybody on a track with these two is also going to be, fabulous. So, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I am in the same boat she is. I have no clue who DramaB2R is. I'm kidding. DramaB2R. I've never in my life heard of the name. So I am excited to see
a new person. Yeah, a new artist.
What they come up with. Yeah. Obviously, Joell Ortiz is a legendary wordsmith in his own right.
Right.
Was 1/4 of Slaughterhouse, as well as put out a lot of his own solo stuff too. So.
Right.
I'm super stoked for this. And Kassius, everything we've heard from him so far, he did the song with was it 3D Nutty?
Yeah.
And I think we heard something else. I think it might have been just him.
Right.
If I remember correctly.
But still, absolutely great lyricism. Yeah. I look forward to it.
So, with that being said, we are going to react to this if you guys have already heard it. If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over, do all the things, come on back. And we say that because we are a commentary, reaction, comedy breakdown channel. What that means is we will pause for any and all of the above. Is there something funny we got to add? We're going to pause for it. Or we're going to break down lyrics, probably. We're going to add our own commentary.
Yeah. Sonics, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
so there'll be pauses, basically.
Be ready. So, with that being said, it is time to slash it up and break it down. This is Kassius The Great, featuring Joell Ortiz and DramaB2R. Let's get it.
Yeah, well. Let me learn you something real quick, you heard?
Alright, Joell.
Check. Another day, another dollar. Keep it hush like my dog's bark collar. Wealth is quiet, new money hollers. Holler if you bust down.
Like my dog's bark collar. I have actually put the shock collars up against my fingers before, because I'm that person, and banged it on the table to simulate the vibrations. They're not a joke. I was expecting it, and it still scared the crap out of me.
I'm not a masochist.
I mean, it didn't shock me across the room or anything, but it scared the shit out of me, and I was expecting it. Now, I was wondering, because I had a 70-pound, well, he thought he was a Chihuahua, but he was a lab greyhound mix that came up above my hip. Huge dog. Complete wimp.
Mm-hmm.
And on the lowest setting, the first time that he barked and it happened, just like this high pitch just whoop came out of him, and I was like, okay, let's double check the merchandise. And
right.
I mean, it wasn't painful. It didn't leave burns. It didn't hurt afterwards, but it scared the crap out of me. It is kind of harsh.
Keep it hush like my dog's bark collar. Wealth is quiet, new money hollers. Holler if you bust down your rolling.
I like that. Wealth is quiet, new money hollers. That's a deep bar.
I mean, they tend to flash it around. It's just
people that live a life of wealth, especially later in their life of wealth, they're not as throwing it in people's faces typically.
Honestly, generational wealth in terms of families that are high dollar, they have to have some understanding of budgeting and finances in order to have kept that money going for so long in their family. And I mean, they've invested it. By the time you get to what you call old money, they've got so much they don't even really know what to do with it, but the investment thing has been drilled into them.
Well, and you think about it in a familial wealth situation from generation to generation, as people, it's a constant.
Right.
You're always
building on it.
Well, that and there's always a look to it, like just a tradition. I mean, you look at like the Hiltons,
right,
or whatever, and it's a consistent thing. Whereas new money, especially when you're poor,
and then you win the lottery or something,
it's instant, and all of a sudden you look like a new person. You've got jewelry on it. I'm not saying everyone's like this,
right.
but a good portion, especially if you're poor, it's jewelry everywhere.
But it's transient things is the other thing. Like, a lot of people with new money gravitate towards the flashy stuff, the
right.
yachts, the fancy cars, the bling,
the stuff they see all the famous people,
right? And they forget to invest it wisely so that they can continue to live that lifestyle. Right. So yeah, they holla.
Dogs bark holler, wealth is quiet, new money hollers. Holla if you bust down your rollie. I bust down property with my homies. My real estate portfolio is an OD, the first of the month.
He's like holler if you
busting down your rollie.
Busting down your rollie, and he's like, and then he kind of chuckles, and he's like, me and the homies are busting down property.
Right.
So.
Which renovation? Yep.
Home flipping.
Yep.
Basically taking the money that they spend to make even more money.
Investing it and, yeah, reselling for a higher dollar. Yeah.
I bust down property with my homies. My real estate portfolio is an OD. The first of the month has a new meaning. No longer slinging to those feeding on corners leaning. In fact, I bought the actual building we would count the in. Handing out the keys to apartments we used to hide the keys in. Being
nice. So he's not just investing, but he is investing in the community too.
Fixing up where he lived.
Yeah. Well, and helping everybody else get a step up. But I like that the first of the month has a new meaning. It's not a struggle. It's not a hustle.
It's him getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He is now the property owner. Yep,
So
collecting
collect
the
that
rent.
we'll build it, we would count the in. Handing out the keys to apartments we used to hide the keys in. Being mature has transformed the language.
And I liked that. Handing keys out to the apartments that we used to hide the keys in.
The kilos. Yeah. Well, I mean, he mentioned after the first of the month has a new meaning, like not being on the street corners hustling anymore. So again, yeah, it's went into an actual legit way to invest.
Right. Legally legit.
Correct. I'm not saying that the other way is not legit in terms of money making. Yeah, that's not what I meant.
Handing out the keys to apartments we used to hide the keys in. Being mature has transformed the language I speak in. Casual combos with homies sound like a business meeting. No red meat in my diet, I'm clean eating. Fish and poultry, but
that's not me.
Me neither.
No.
I'm definitely a red meat eater.
Yeah. It's just good. That's what I gravitate towards.
You know? But if he feels healthy,
right,
and he's happy, props to him.
Like she says, you do you, boo. You do you.
I say that fairly frequently, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The homies sound like a business meeting. No red meat in my diet, I'm clean eating. Fish and poultry, but my bank account vegan from all the green and seeing. Generational wealth, I created myself.
Yes.
Well, me and the man upstairs with his favor some help. Just run your race at your pace and excel. Remember, they won't think you worthy of the ring till you taking a...
The spreadsheet excel, but also you'll excel. Oh, he's always nasty. But I really like the vegan with all the green that it's seeing.
I was going to say, I didn't pause it for the vegan thing because it was an obvious bar.
Yeah.
The Excel one was a little bit more sneaky. It was a light bulb moment.
That one was good.
Run your race at your pace and excel. Remember, they won't think you worthy of the ring till you taking a belt.
They won't think you're worthy of the ring until you're taking their belt. That's a boxing reference.
I figured.
Nobody will ever think you're worthy to be in a boxing ring.
Yeah, you're not the top dog.
Until you're winning the title.
And honestly, since he was talking about like generational wealth versus new money and stuff like that, like there is a lot of pushback for new wealth people from the old money people. They're like, oh no, you're not in our class. You're new money. Which is, where the whole division came. And it's like, so show them how it's done. Instead of treating them like they're the redheaded stepchild, you know, and making fun of them. But yeah, they're not accepted into the circles. Even if they can buy their way in, they're looked down upon. And, you know, he's saying, look, once you make it, then, you know.
Well, okay, first off, I do not agree with that line of thought, period.
Oh, no,
I've never agreed with I have more money than you, that means I'm better than you.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't care about money.
I don't think anybody's better than anybody, really.
No.
Yeah.
But I can understand that kind of mind state in a way, and I only say that because, say somebody who's new money, they buy their way in. How many times has people won a lottery and then blown it all?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is I feel like there's not a lot of mentorship.
Right.
In terms of how to
like
manage your finances.
And
now,
financing and
granted, like you said, a lot of people win the lottery and they get so fucking excited that they just want that they end up blowing it because they don't comprehend that if they spend all this money on this now, it's not actually an investment. Most of it depreciates, yada yada yada. So you're right. And so, yeah, they are looked at kind of like they're hyperactive children.
And like I said, I'm not saying I agree with it.
No.
I just understand it.
Right. I can comprehend something without condoning it.
Right.
Remember, they won't think you worthy of the ring till you taking a belt.
I done been through some storms when I couldn't see the rain. I had sunny days when I still seen the clouds. I done lived a life with a heart full of pain. All this pain that me couldn't change me. No doubt, no pain, no gain. That's what this is all about. I can't change for the fame. That's what this is all about. I done made a way when they said that we couldn't make it down. That was another day, another day.
I really liked his voice.
That was nice. That moth's gonna drive me batshit.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to ignore it.
That was...
This is a really nice hook for this, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lyrically, sonically, this is a great hook.
Agreed.
Made a way when they said that we couldn't make it down. That was another day, another day.
Discussion with a chiropractor who'd in fact wonder how I feel at home under the pressure they crack under. Horrified, dog, we couldn't...
I've been to the chiropractor enough times that bar makes me kind of...
Crack under?
Yeah.
And then I also like the pressure and cracking.
Right. Because that's how a chiropractor adjusts you.
Right.
But also, a lot of people do crack under pressure.
In fact, wonder how I feel at home under the pressure they crack under. Horrified, dog, we couldn't afford to buy a place and demoralized, ducking all those quarter-ply state plans. Mortified, only result was organized mayhem. Prioritizing to be more refined is a made man. Wise man saying speak it to existence, gotta expect more. Rifle to your chest, take my rightful spot on the chessboard. Couple bucks.
Rifle to your chest, take my rightful spot on the chessboard. Nice play on words.
But I also like the whole manifest it into being. Like, I expect more. You know? It's okay to try and manifest that. I mean, a lot of people believe.
Right.
And it does seem to have some truth to it, you know?
To be honest, how do you expect anyone else to believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself?
Exactly. That's why it tends to work. Because... I mean, like, I could sit here and say I'm manifesting winning the lottery into being. However, if I never play the lottery, which I don't really...
It's confidence.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that attracts people to each other.
Right.
Like, if you're not confident in who you are, unless you have money, and then, I mean, you can just
there are certain superficial things, sure.
Right.
It's not just about money.
But...
Looks... You know, certain brain, whatever, you know, but it's superficial, yeah.
Existence, gotta expect more. Rifle to your chest, take my rightful spot on the chessboard. Couple bucks, shout out to Lou Al, send her to you, Al, send her. Shot through your Lou Al. Used to wish I knew how to get Lisa Ann's attention. She had her eyes on ballers, the Timmy Carters and Andre Iguodala's. I was
confidence. We just talked about this.
Right.
Sorry.
Like the luau. Woohoo! Hey, I enjoy the pig, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. Most of the time they do the pig in the pit for a luau.
Oh.
It's part of the celebration.
I thought you... Never mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That she was calling me a pig.
Well.
That was more of a snore
I like
than
my
an
hula
oink.
dancers too.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, their hips don't lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get Lisa Ann's attention, she had her eyes on ballers, the Timmy Carters and Andre Iguodala's. I was broken in Benny Hanna's, every entree equal dollars. Only hope for some Fendi, Prada, Avance Way, Peaceful Cottage. No easy routes to.
Benny Hanna's is good though.
Yes. Well, I've never been to any kind of hibachi that has not been fantastic.
Oh well, yeah.
Now that is something I never personally, though, in terms of, because he started going through all the different.
Oh yeah, I don't care about brands.
Brands, I don't give a fuck about brands.
Yeah.
Brands don't mean shit to me. I don't look at somebody dressed in Nike apparel any different than somebody that's dressed in K-Swiss. Like, I don't care.
I mean, if you're confident and you're happy with your clothing and it's your personal style, I don't care if you shop at Walmart, Goodwill, thrift stores, Prada.
I prefer
don't really
Walmart clothes. I mean, this is actually ordered online.
Yeah, but it's
most of my tees
pricing.
honestly have been bought at Walmart. They're the superhero stuff and the stuff like that. Like that's what I prefer to wear.
I would say like 80% of my wardrobe is Walmart. Now, in my life, have I had the opportunity to have brand name stuff? Not as an adult, really, but like prior to being an adult, sure. Not a lot of it. Like, I wasn't that privileged, but it was a thing where I grew up. It was a big thing, and I still didn't care. I was that oddball that was like, what seal? How many discounts can we get? I don't know. You wear clothes if you're comfortable in said clothes and you like how you look. I don't think it should matter.
Right.
So, I don't know. And purses are more of just like a necessary evil as far as I'm concerned. So,
right.
No.
Equal dollars, only hope for some Fendi, Prada, Avance Way, Peaceful Cottage. No easy routes to paradise, man, I know. Couldn't tell me it wasn't through.
Look, you guys want to know how I wore South Pole. That was like the most expensive, cheap ghetto clothing.
I don't think I've ever...
here in Indy.
Yeah. In California, I shopped at Guess occasionally. That was like, treat yourself.
My first cat's name was Guess.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
It was on purpose. So when people were like, "What's his name?" You'd be like, "Guess."
Yes, I figured.
Yeah. We were corny.
But I always shopped at the outlet malls because I was super close to a huge outlet mall, so I could go to Guess and pick stuff up that was not that season because I didn't care. For $20 for a pair of jeans wasn't terrible. But that was as name brand as I ever got. I still like a lot of Guess stuff. I just don't buy it.
Sorry, that was just an unnecessary branding pause.
Well, yeah. My first cat's name was Neko, which is Japanese for cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were just as original. Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't name it. I was 4, but Yeah.
Way, Peaceful Cottage. No easy routes to paradise, man, I know. Couldn't tell me it wasn't through the paradise that I rode in the alley with my niggas who.
Buddha Paradise.
But I like that you couldn't tell me that it wasn't a paradise that I rolled. The rolled being a double.
For rolling the die.
As in like walk and then rolled as in rolling dice.
Right?
But the paradise, yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
I know, couldn't tell me it wasn't through the paradise that I rode in the alley with my niggas who carry weight, and we all there. Just knowing one small Khalid does carrying weight is one of our pallbearers. Literally blood to some degree. They keep on.
Oh, the pallbearers.
I like the carrying weight because weight was in reference to drugs, guns.
Right.
Weight. But then weight
Fame.
as pallbearers.
Yeah. You're carrying a body.
Carrying one of your
A
homies'
brother.
bodies or family's bodies. It doesn't.
Right, he said blood, so,
Well, he said we're all bloods in a
Yeah,
bloods
we're
in
all
a way.
brothers. We're all... Yeah.
Leaders carrying weight is one of our pallbearers, literally blood to some degree. They keep on telling us misery loves company. My misery pushed me to build a company and let the artillery buzz, and misery physically does come for me. I'm from a block where it's normal to not have a proper kid, cause your papa barely knows you. He's thought for the thought affairs. Chains by Rockaway at school, hiding rocks in the locker. They're darker the basement.
I'm sorry, that was super serious and real life facts, but your thought was amazing.
Thought.
And I've had that thought before. I've actually used that thought before. Yeah. It was a recommendation for a song title, in fact, I believe.
No.
Thoughts.
It was Dwayne's stream idea.
Oh, the name for the Twitch stream.
But then he was like, I can't use the word thought. So, because that's when I was like, well, then call it Dwayne's Thoughts, except spell it THAUGHTS.
Right.
But it would be a double because it'd be Dwayne's Thoughts.
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
For me, I'm from a block where it's normal to not have a proper kid, cause your papa barely knows you. He's thought for the thought affairs. Chains by Rockaway at school, hiding rocks in the locker. They're darker the bass snare hits while grandma rocks in a rocking chair. Who wealth was on TV, Ricky Stratton, desire filled the room. Familiar goon supplying his fire under the silver spoon with killers whom I've seen had one prior.
Supplying the fire under the silver spoon.
Oh, well, there's been a lot of drug references, and again, real life. Like growing up in that neighborhood kind of thing. Like crack is a thing.
Right.
And a lot of people are afflicted with it. It's sad.
Room, familiar goon supplying his fire under the silver spoon with killers whom I've seen had one prior acquired endo. Fire burns inside me through the gunfire outside my window. Where dealers got experts, weed shrooms got dope. Serve your dad and shake the room, it's no telling what else you'll pop smoke. I'm fueled by having a lot on my plate. Been hurt.
Bar. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Mustache hair. Sorry.
Right.
I like that.
Serve your dad and shake the room, it's no telling what else you'll pop smoke. I'm fueled by having a lot on my plate. Been hurt, disgruntled by feeling deserted before dinner. Dessert, go figure, just humble pie. When niggas run off and connect.
Feeling deserted before dessert.
That's humble pie.
Humble pie. Fuck you, Cassius. Kassius, I call him Cassius.
This is fantastic.
That was fantastic.
You are legit keeping up with Joell, and he is a hard one to be on a track with. Mm-hmm. For anyone. So,
true.
That is a huge compliment.
Feeling deserted before dinner. Dessert, go figure, just humble pie. When niggas run off and connects, often regret they crept off. If I have to come collect, and my dog gon' get the collect call. Lost some friends, some the bulk of their lives been spent in affairs. Unfortunately, about 40% of them dead, or probably we foes, cause sonically we opposed. They may have chased the coin, start getting tails, and it went to their heads. Cash.
I done been.
Flip the coins to get tails, and it went to their heads.
Pass.
Bars.
We see you. Yeah.
But we don't actually see you. You're not in the video.
I mean, no. Like,
we see
you're
a shadowy
missing.
version of you.
I don't know. I mean, like, he's got the neon sign there. I mean, like, are they there?
We know which one's you.
Right.
Pose, they may have chased the coin, start getting tails, and it went to their heads. Cash.
I done been through some storms when I couldn't see the rain. I had sunny days when I still seen the clouds. I done lived a life with a heart full of pain. All this pain that me couldn't change me. No doubt, no pain, no gain. That's what this is all about. I can't change for the fame. That's what this is all about. I done made a way when they said that we couldn't make it down. That was another day, another dollar. Oh. It's another day, it's another dollar. Another day, another day, another dollar. It's another day, another day, another dollar. It's another day, another day, another dollar.
a great hook. I really like that message, too. Like, I've been through the shit.
Right.
Like, and I still didn't let the pain keep me down. And people told me there was no way to get out of the situation that I was living in. And look at me now. Like,
Look at me now. Oh.
right?
Get
But
me
he's
paper.
like, that's the whole point of this whole thing.
Right.
Like, work for it. It's another day, another dollar. You have another chance.
Yes. I hate that phrase, but yes.
What?
Another day, another dollar.
I was just quoting. I'm not big on the actual phrase.
No, I
either.
just, working in an
overused.
office, and anytime you're like, hey, how's it going today? Another day, another dollar. You want to slap the shit out somebody.
You're like, what are we working for, peanuts? I don't know. I mean, like...
And then you'll have the random couple of people that are like, another day, another nickel. I'm like, look here, you broke bitch.
You just can't be happy.
No. If I'm asking you how your day's going...
Yes. I'm one of those people too. I actually mean it. If I bother to ask you how you're doing, I
don't even need a full detailed description.
No,
A simple today sucks is perfectly
There
fine.
you go.
And I will walk the fuck away because I don't want to hear it.
Now, see, I don't make the mistake of asking unless I legit will listen. I may not care, but I want...
I've walked up to somebody and been like, hey, how's it going? They're like, man, today
Never
sucks.
mind.
And I've actually been like, you know what? I'm sorry. I was actually just hoping you were going to be like, it's fine, we could move on, and now you're going to want to talk to me, and I got shit to do.
But see, I stopped using that greeting a long time ago. Because, like I said, unless I actually have the time or want to hear it or actually care, I don't want to give you that segue. But I also don't want to be the person that's like, how's it going? And just keeps walking. Like, I think that's relatively rude.
It's
a thing.
well, I mean,
wrong.
there are probably at least 4 people that are like, you guys are some legit assholes. And I want you to
Yes.
explain that, yeah, first off, yes, we
If
are.
you think I'm mean now, wait until I don't like you.
But it's more of a... I live in enough negativity as it is in my own mind.
Right.
I don't need yours dragging my ass down with you. Especially if I'm having the occasional day of just being in just a great fucking mood.
Right.
And it's like, there's no depression.
Right, but I'm totally the counselor. So at least as far as my tribe is concerned, if I pick up the phone. Because that is my go-to. Like, if I am having a shit day, I'll pick up the damn phone. Like, no.
Which is the exact opposite of your friends. Because your friends, when they're having a shit day, they call you.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But if I don't pick up the phone and they're having a shit day, they know to call multiple times. Because that lets me know shit. But I do care. And I will still sit there and listen and then say, okay, are we having a dramatic moment and you just wanted to vent? Or is this a problem-solving session and you want to hear solutions?
That you're not going to follow.
No, like, that's why I ask.
Oh.
Because a lot of times if they say solutions, then, we work on it.
Look,
and
no.
they try differently.
I'm just saying...
This is why my tribe is small, by the way.
I used to be that counselor character for my friends. But it's like, no matter how much advice or ideas or whatever that I give them, they always come back to me later and they're like, man, it didn't work out the way I wanted. Well, did you do this? Well, no. Well, then why the fuck did you talk to me?
Right. Yes, I have had that experience over and over and over. However, like I said, that is why my tribe is very small now. There are 3 people, not including my mother. That's 4 people. Well, I guess you count too, kind of. That can call me. You don't need to, though, is the thing. That can call me and be like, I'm having a shit day, and start venting, and I'll be like, okay, what kind of session is this? Because if they just want to vent, that's totally fine. They can be dramatic all they want.
We've been together, living together now for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Roughly. And I have only called her once to actually vent. Most of my venting is when I get home, so that I can vent and then tell her what I did as a solution.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
It's most work-related stuff. Yeah.
Anyways, we have digressed way too far.
Sorry. Anyway.
Fantastic song.
No, that was incredible. Really, really liked this one. I think this one actually tops the one that he did with 3D Naughty, which was my favorite of his before this.
I would say that.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of it has to do with that chorus that Drama brought us.
A lot of it also has to do with the message for me. I just really, I like this message.
Right.
So.
Rags to riches.
Yeah, but, working for it, deserving it, and move silently, and, they're not going to believe in you until you achieve it anyway, so why advertise your comeuppance, basically?
Right.
So, and you can do it. It can happen.
Yes. So with that being said, if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of Kassius The Great featuring Joell Ortiz and DramaB2R with another $1? Also, comment down below if there's anything else that you guys want to see reaction to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Peace.